Welcome back to the Ruby Tuesday, beautiful people of the internet. This is my review for my best friend's Exorcism. Let me know your thoughts down below. Have you read the book that this is based off? Let's jump in. In 1988, best friends Abby and Gretchen navigate boys, pop culture, and a paranormal force clinging to Gretchen. With help from an exorcist, Abby is determined to compel the demon back to the pits of hell if it doesn't kill Gretchen first. Elsa Fisher is Abby, Amaya Miller is Gretchen. Okay, so let me set the boundaries of how scary this is. It's set in the 80s, it has 80s vibe, nostalgia up the wazoo. A little bit of Ghostbusters, a little bit of demon possession, slasher films, a little bit of Stranger Things, and it's also a comedy. So it's a comedy horror possession movie. There are moments in this film that if you can't handle possession stuff where people are being contorted bodies and speaking in weird voices, then this is not going to be for you if you're going to have to watch the movie mostly through your fingers. But there's also that quirky drama dialogue that comes with the 80s and young teen female. And then a kind of growing up, coming of age story. Two best friends have been best friends for years and years. It's kind of their last summer because one is moving away, so they got to make the most out of it. So they're going to experiment. There's going to be drug taking, there's going to be drinking, there's going to be, let's go visit that scary place in the woods. That is the setup for this film, and I would say for the most part almost 95% of this movie is really fun. I enjoyed it. It doesn't outstay its welcome. It gets you from A to B with you on the edge of your feet, but also laughing. Edge of your feet? I'm not sure that's right. Edge of your toes. Just on the edge of your seat. While you're watching, there are moments where the unbelievability of the film took me out of the movie. And then you're going, Ruben, what are you talking about? This is a possession film. Of course it's unbelievable. There are moments, though, that things and places and characters do that you just don't quite believe would happen. And also I need to say that the parents in this film, the way they are depicted, are the worst parents. There seem to be no good parents, which is also unbelievable. You have a few bad parents and you have a few good parents. There's a mix. Parents are not just good or bad. It's grey. But this film definitely takes the stance of there's a Christian demographic of parents that raise their kids in a certain way in the 80s, and you can only, very strict, you only do this, but they also are ignoring their kids and living their own lives. So the kids get up to all sorts of mischief, and then the parents are surprised when their kids get up to mischief because they haven't been parenting the way they should. And that's kind of the depiction of parents in this. For this film, I guess it works for the mold that they're creating. Now when it comes to prosthetic makeup and gore, there is quite a bit of it, and it's done expertly. There are moments I thought, wow, the creature feature is pretty cool. I thought the gore was great. I thought the design of the scariness with the mixture of the color palette of the 80s works really well. The only thing that didn't work for me was one of the reasons I thought maybe they should have changed up the title of the film. So it's called My Best Friend's Exorcism. So you know that the best friend's going to be possessed and will need an exorcism. You have that one best friend trying to help the other best friend that's changed and now is different, acting sort of weird. And it takes the best friend too long to recognize that her friend is possessed and now she needs to unpossess her. And that was a little bit disappointing because we know that this is the thing because of the title of the movie. Why does the character who knows her best friend so well not recognize that this is something more, as you've already established that? Now imagine that the book has some lore, some treatment, some story in there that the film didn't go into because they wanted to keep to that condensed timeline of, you know, a quick comedy horror movie. That would be my only real gripe of this film, is that it didn't fit. It took too long to get there. I think had they played more with the supernatural stuff as they started doing towards the end, the mixture of the comedy and the horror for the last 30 minutes of the movie was really entertaining. It was scary, creepy, and funny. It takes all the nostalgic boxes between the score, which was perfect, between the hairstyles and the clothing and the coming of age story and the learning of the lesson that you always have in this type of film was excellent. All of that was good. So that was just my one negative. I probably still give this like 3.5 Nicolas Cages out of 5. Tyler! Woo! Pushing an early 4. I really enjoyed it. It's really funny. It's a great one-time watch. It's probably one that I might go back to in a couple of years, so it's not a one and done, but a one and give it a bit of a break. Still highly enjoyable. Teen dialogue is great. just that little part of, yeah, I know where this is going, so don't take so long to get there sort of thing. Let me know your thoughts down below. What is your best comedy horror? We should be getting our list ready. Those ones that are like candy for us to watch every year during Halloween. I always stick on a Hocus Pocus or a Halloween, something like that. Let me know in the comments down below. Thanks so much for watching. Excuse my frizzy dreadlocked hair. It's still coming into itself and it's going to take a few weeks to settle, so I'm in between stages. Let me know your thoughts down below. Thanks so much for watching, but most of all, until next time, remember, live long and Tuesday.